I think we're ready. Happy Wednesday, KW Southwest. Thank you so much for joining us today.
How's everyone doing?
Can we do this like all over again?
Yep.
The energy is just not a good start, so let's do it one more time. Happy Wednesday, KW Southwest. All right, can we start in a different way, just like we have done so a few weeks back? Look around you. Raise your hand if there is somebody that you don't know. Fantastic. Let's take 10 seconds for you to stand up and introduce yourself to the person that you don't know yet. Tell them your name and a fun fact about you. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, thank you. Raise your hand. We need 3 people and tell me, who did you just meet and what did you learn about them? Anyone?
I met a guy from Reliant who's not an agent.
Okay, you met. All right, Mike. Can we give her a mic?
Oh, I walked up to a guy from Reliant and he's not an agent, so I still had to talk to him.
All right. We had one in the back. Who did you meet and what did you learn?
This is Emmanuel, and he's from Nigeria, and he is a lawyer
Wow.
and became a realtor a year ago? Less than a year.
Fantastic. One more. All right. Wow. Do you want to show us?
Yes.
Yes.
Another day. Another day.
All right, awesome. Bucket fills. Do you have anything you are grateful for? Any new babies, marriages, divorce, new listings, friends, experiences, vacations? Gloria.
I have just paid a deposit on 2 Doberman puppies.
Wow, awesome.
Neat pictures.
Anybody else? Bucket fills.
Anything else?
One more?
Oh, come on.
Anybody online?
No, I didn't mean to. He said like nobody is there to talk, so I was like, okay, this is Vamshi. I have these 2 young men. They're my neighbors, but my son's classmate who are interested in joining real estate. So I invited them to come here, understand what we do. So just wanted to do that. And we have our first list closing this week, Friday. So we are very happy that we got a full offer, and then we are going through all along.
Awesome. All right, before we dive into our classes, one more thing. If this is your first team meeting or you are new to our organization, would you mind to stand up and introduce yourself?
Don't you love her meetings?
As well. He's the newest.
All right, awesome. Tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm new, and I've had the wonderful opportunity of being allowed to come in and take a look at everything that goes on here and truly understand the process when it comes to real estate, buying, selling, everything that I can do. And I'm extremely grateful to meet everybody that I can, as well as even just be here in the first place.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi guys, my name is Chris. I have the same opportunity as Nicholas does. I'm also one of his best friends. But also being here and learning everything about real estate and possibly becoming an agent just like many of y'all are is probably one of my biggest goals that I have right now.
Awesome. Thank you. Anybody else like Sonia? Go ahead and stand up, and we have one more over here, and then we go to her.
Yeah, if you're running. Hi, good day. My name is Candice Vera. I just joined as operations manager for BNP team. and I'm looking for open house hosts. So if anybody needs an open house this weekend, please come and just check me in the room on the BMP team.
Awesome.
I just love that accent.
Hello, my name is Sanya, and this is not my first meeting. So the story is, I've been with Keller Williams. I joined them in 2016, and I left in 2020 to join EXP. And here I am. I'm joining my beautiful family again. So here I am. The story goes like this. I needed my broker one time, and I called him. It took him 6 days to respond to my call. So that was the shift, and I'm back here. And while I was with EXP, I would still recommend Keller Williams to everyone.
Awesome. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be back.
All right, few classes and events coming up. Verna, that is your fast speech. So,
Okay, so if you haven't already gone downstairs to give blood, it is in honor of our Chris Clements and his wife Haley. Downstairs, please go there. The requirements have changed. I did check that out. So, you never know. Go downstairs, ask them, give some blood. We have some people who've actually given some blood today. I saw a couple here, so we thank you for that. Yes, just show up and go. I actually went downstairs. Just downstairs in the parking lot. Okay. So they have a couple of requirements on there. Just read the requirements, make sure you meet those things, and you should be good to go. Okay. May 9th, that's tomorrow. We have Red Day. This is our opportunity to kind of give where we live. We're doing this at Reigning Strength. You'll see a little bit more information about that. But they are a therapeutic horse equine, right? Station, and we'll be there helping them out all day long. We still do need some volunteers for the afternoon slots. So just let us know if you want to. There's Liska and there's Sharon in the back. You can get connected with them for more.
How many people have already volunteered and taken a slot?
Hands up. Good. We need more.
Liska or
We need
Sharon,
more.
do you guys want to give us some more instructions regarding tomorrow? This is your great opportunity.
Well, everything's really set. We're ready to go. We really appreciate everybody's time tomorrow and everyone that signed up to be at Red Day. What I would suggest is to be there a little bit early because it is a little bit far from the office. So just make sure you come a little bit early and be ready to go. It's going to be hot. So, I mean, it is. I mean, you're going to have your t-shirt, cut them up, whatever you need to do with them, okay? Because it is going to be hot because we are out there in a big field, which is not surrounded by a lot of trees, okay? So, and, you know, coming in blue jeans and you may just be overheated, but we'll have a lot of water. So, you know, to cool you down, there'll be a Coney Island there between 12 and 1. And how many do we have right now, Liska? We were 73 the last time, 76. So we're doing pretty good with what we have for everyone to do. So if everybody just shows up and just gives us their time and just works hard, I think we'll be okay. And we appreciate everyone's time.
Awesome.
Bring a friend. Oh.
I just don't want you guys to think you're going to be out there slaving. It's not that hard of work where you're going to be, you know, it will be warm, but there's coverage. The place is covered. There will be fans, and it's really going to be, it's not going to be very difficult, the things that they need us to do. So please come out and help.
Awesome. And if you're wondering who they are, do know that we are going to play a video for you to get to know them just a little bit more. And now we'll hear from Chris.
Hey everybody, my name's Chris. Not my first meeting. Do we need any like gloves, special equipment, special shoes, mud boots? Are we shoveling things that horses produce?
For those of you online, she said, if you want to bring your own gloves, you can. They will have gloves there and other equipment
and sneakers. Bring comfortable shoes. Don't bring the ones that you know you want to go out and floss with a little later, because as he mentioned, I'm old. That's okay. There there are horses. Okay, so that's Red Day. So come out and support on that. Bring a friend if you want to. Okay. And then May 10th, we have speaking of Red Day, shirts. You need to get your shirts. They are at the front desk as well. And speaking of shirts, for the Space Cowboys family night, we also have the shirts and they're available at the front desk. You can start picking that up as well. Space Cowboy, this is our opportunity to be a family. We act like family in here. Now we can go act like family in public. Okay. So the Space Cowboys night is happening May 10th. You also pick up your tickets from the front desk, which includes your parking pass. This is one of our ways of giving back to you guys as well. So make sure you come to that. Please use your tickets. If you're not using your tickets, give them back so we can give them to other people who are going to use the tickets, or we'll charge you. Okay, May 18th. And we'll have more information about all of these things in a few. But May 18th is Command 201. This is really just kickstarting your database and helping you really utilize Command to help speak to your database more automatically. And we know that 201 plus people inside of your database gives you over 6 figures in income if you work it right. So come learn how to work it on May 18th. Finally, Mega Agent Camp goes on August 12th and 15th. So start preparing for that. Prices did go up, but there is still a way for you to get signed on. And it's in Austin, so come have some fun with us and learn and grow.
Awesome. All right. Over here, Norman.
All right, like Verna said, May 18th, 9 to 3 p.m. I'm going to have lunch for y'all guys. And it's just a way for you to get your database kicked off, all right? Why 201? Anybody know? Oh, that's okay. You'll find out. I'll show you how to really easily get 201 plus even more into your database on Saturday. Okay, here's the QR code. I need to know you're coming so I can plan for lunch. And when you get 201, what is that? It's a badge. It's a badge. It says 201.
Your own personal Norman
Okay.
badge.
Your badge will be 201. You know what that unlocks? You know what that unlocks? It unlocks some other classes for you specifically. Because if you don't even have contacts in your database, I can't meet with you. There ain't no need, okay? I'm going to start saying, no, you don't even have one contact in there. What are you going to do with it? You get this in there, we're going to have special classes for you.
Do know, dual career agents, just know that if you haven't already gotten to that, please do that. But there is a class coming up May 11th. I know this wasn't on there, but May 11th, which is this weekend, it is happening at our signature office, and it's specifically for dual career agents. How do you go from dual career to just one? So they have some step-by-step process and things to assist you in that. So if you've been inspiring or you want and you're aspiring to become just a single, dual, full-time real estate agent, then you want to be at that class. All right.
Awesome.
It's on our closed Facebook because that's just where I posted it. Okay.
Do we have anybody else from the ALC that would like to add something on top of what Liska and Sharon already said? No?
I
All
think
right.
we have the video for Reigning Strength.
All right.
T-shirts.
T-shirts for Red Day, $10.
And
here it is.
This is our Derby Day.
So that happened this past weekend.
Yep.
So here, since Greg went ahead and put this video in here, and he says this happened this past weekend, he'd like to play the video.
All right.
Derby Day for Reigning Strength is a Kentucky Derby party, and it's the closest thing to being at the Kentucky Derby here in the Houston area that you can get. We have a mint julep toast. We have all the hats and the hoopla, hence the hat. We have boots and bow ties for the gentlemen. We sing My Old Kentucky Home, so it's just like you're there at the race, but here at home in Texas. Everything we raise from Derby Day invests in the lives of individuals in need, from individuals with physical disabilities, intellectual disabilities, to those that are survivors of abuse and trauma. Horses make a huge impact in lives. They help individuals improve their core strength, their balance. We have had clients take their first steps because of the horse.
Keller Williams' involvement with Reigning Strength has been going on for the last 3 years. This is our 4th year, giving back to our community and just being a supportive to Reigning Strength.
Reigning Strength has become one of our partners for Keller Williams Southwest because they are local, they are supported by the community. Several of our agents are very involved in supporting their programs and their fundraising, as well as volunteerism.
Keller Williams Southwest has been an incredible supporter for many, many years. And that long-term impact that they make on our organization is so meaningful because it's not just the financial impact, but also how they involve the community. And to have a group that not only invests their dollars, but their time, which is something you can never get back, means the world to us at Reigning Strength.
Really good video. Awesome.
So make sure you pick up your shirts from the front office or see one of us if you're online, and we can get you taken care of.
Yeah, and for the family night game, we actually have new shirts this year that have the Buy Dirt in the back. So pretty cool. Go ahead and get it. All right, recap of Shredding Hunger. Who would like to go ahead and recap it for us? Come on.
I love how people didn't sign up and showed up anyway to help out. You always need extra hands. We had it divided into 3 shifts, so no one was overworked. And we didn't beat our car count of last year, but we really feel like it was because of the date that we were forced to choose because it was already booked. We like to go right after the tax reporting days, tax deadlines. And so anyway, this is what we were able to do. We attracted 115 visitors that came by for shredding and donating, 1,154 pounds of food, and $651 of cash. We were happy with the results. We had 2 trucks this year, and we felt like that kept it so smoothly going that we actually got bored. So we would like to see 200 cars next year. And thanks to all the volunteers who showed up to help.
You know, when you get a white label event just like this, it's not just about the event itself. It's the invitation, the event, and then what happens afterwards. So now you have this slide, you can send it back out to your people and say, this is what we were able to do. Okay, so it's the what happens afterwards and the follow-up that helps you move the business along and get business from it. So just letting you know.
Awesome. Nimesh, 2 minutes.
This one, let me see that real quick. I know this one's going to be, I'll try to get it into 2. All right. I'm not sure if some of you may have seen it on social media yesterday or the other day because Chad posted it. But some of us at the leadership team went to Mega Leadership Camp over the last couple of days. And I had an honor and privilege of being on a panel that addressed all the leaders of KW. And what I wanted to say about that was, first and foremost, I think that's a testament to our entire leadership team. Because that's how we operate. Chad and Yana also had the opportunity to facilitate a mastermind as well for top team leaders around the country. And again, the ability that we get to, or the opportunities that we get to do that is, I truly believe, is because of our entire leadership team and the things that we accomplish and the experience that we have here. I'd also like to thank all of you, because if there was no agents, we wouldn't have the opportunity to do something like that. And, you know, it's an honor to, you know, inspire you guys and to support you guys. And so what I wanted to add on that is Gary Keller says that you can be anywhere you want to be in 5 years. I've been at KW and in real estate sales for 5 years and 4 months. Okay. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because you have the ability to change your lives. Okay. So take full advantage of that. The other thing is, we are not a a la carte menu. We're not a pick any 3 for the month, right? We're a all you can eat buffet. So lean on all of the resources you have to take advantage to grow your business. We're all available for you to grow your business. Okay. Or sometimes just to lean on a shoulder or ear to be had. Cool. So if you want to be in that same environment, Mega Agent Camp is coming up in August for agents. Okay. So I highly encourage you to look into that and hope to see you guys there in August with us. Cool. Thanks, guys. All right. One other quick update though. As we are at Mega Leadership, we got a notification yesterday that there is a new email composer that just came out yesterday. It's pretty cool. I got to actually just quickly play with it this morning before so I could share it with you guys, and I'll dive deep into it. We'll probably throw something together to help you guys navigate through it, but it's gotten a lot better and it has a lot more flexibility. You can have, different columns and a lot more flexibility of putting email content or a newsletter together. That way you can blast it out to whoever you want. Okay, so look out for that. It's gotten a lot better. All right, so check it out and look out for opportunities to learn how to use it. Cool, awesome. That's it.
All right, great job, Nimesh.
Thank you.
And by the way, he did a great job on a panel. So let's give him a round of applause. All right, awesome. I would like to invite our special guest that we have for today, John. Thank you so much for joining us. So John is a community development strategist working for the city of Sugar Land, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about what's happening in the city of Sugar Land, so that way you guys can educate yourselves, your clients, to walk them through the options and changes that are available to them. So John, take it away. And if you don't mind, stay over here so people online can see you.
Sure. Howdy, everybody. Let me get my presentation pulled up.
Here we
Let's get that first.
All right, here's your clicker.
Thank you so much. Howdy, everybody. My name is John Soriano. I'm representing the Office of Economic Development today over at the City of Sugar Land. So I'm just across Highway 59 over there. A little bit about myself. I've been a resident and homeowner here in Sugar Land for about almost 4 years now. And it's absolutely an honor to work for the city that I live in. But the reason I'm here today is to talk to y'all about one of the city's programs that is very relevant to your client base, and that's called Great Homes. With a show of hands, who here's heard of Great Homes? Okay, just Brandy in the back, good to see you. That's awesome because this program, you can get your clientele can get up to $10,000 for completing exterior improvements to their homes through the city's program. Again, that's up to $10,000 for completing an exterior improvement. So I'm really excited to share about those programs and how you can share that with prospective home buyers looking at Sugar Land. First off, I'm with the city, and one of the city's top priorities for this area is redevelopment. And you're probably asking why. As you know, Sugar Land is an older city, right? We started in the early 1800s with Imperial Sugar. It started with that large primary employer. We had small businesses pop up right around Imperial Sugar. Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, we had a lot of new primary employers that attracted a lot of new housing builds and a lot of new residents to Sugar Land. And Sugar Land's been growing ever since, right? You look at Sugar Land in the 2000s, you had Sugar Land Town Square built, and you look at today, and we've really peaked, right? We're actually out of a lot of available land to build new housing and new space. And so with that in mind, since we're out of available land to build on, our city council has prioritized redevelopment. How can we maximize the available usable space in the city so that we can go up on that path of redevelopment that you see right there? This is all part of the economic development impact cycle. I work for the Office of Economic Development, right? Primary jobs bring demand for housing. People want to live near where they work. One of my office's other primary functions is to attract like primary employers to our city, like in the business park. But when you attract those jobs, it brings housing, that brings the new restaurants like Trader Joe's, new restaurants throughout town, and a better quality of life for the community. And so the city is really focused on redevelopment. On this map that you see here, I feel like I'm actually blocking it, but the orange represents all the available land that's left for the city to build on. And so there's not really that much. There's plenty of single family homes, plenty of development here in the city, but there's only so much left. And so city council has approved this program, Great Homes, to help our homeowners here in Sugar Land reinvest into the most important property of their lives, which is their home. So we can maximize the use of our existing property here in the city. If you want to learn more about some other development updates here in the city, our department actually also handles some of the deals that are going on with the Imperial Redevelopment District, as well as the Lake Point Redevelopment District, which is right across the pond over there at Lake Point where Floor is. There's a website that's right there, and I believe this PowerPoint will be sent out with everything else, and so you can visit that website to learn more. There are in a kind of at a high level, there's a developer at the table for both of these projects, and they both intend to turn both of these sites into a mixed use development. And so you can imagine retail, office, new housing. This is really the next big Sugarland Town Square here in the city. In fact, the developer for that the concept image on the right for Lake Point, which is right across the pond, that's actually the same developer that developed Sugarland Town Square. So we're really hoping that that moves forward and that they close on that land later this year. And so now for the main topic of this presentation, Great Homes. These are residential, this is a residential reinvestment program, and there's really two programs that's part of this initiative. And so first, the purpose of this program is to empower our residents to invest into their community by preserving, protecting, and enhancing Sugarland's single-family housing and neighborhood areas. And so the city actually provides two things. We provide incentives up to $10,000 for you to upgrade your home and flip your home. And we also provide home designs so that you can get a better vision for what you might want your home to look like. And we give those two things out through our two programs, which I'll talk about, the update program and the design program. The design program provides our homeowners with a creative, re-envisioned exterior home design and at affordable cost. Some of you may have heard of the design firm Brick and Batten. They provide home designs for homeowners throughout the whole nation. They're a very popular firm. You give them pictures of your home. They have exterior designers, which essentially give you a new rendering of your home based on the details and a list of paint colors and materials and design elements. So you can actually go buy those elements and implement them to your home. And you're probably wondering, why is the city like giving this out to homeowners in the city? For one, we negotiated a great deal. Usually, if you got this service through Brick and Batten, it costs about $1,000 to get a professional home design and the list of materials from Brick and Batten. But from the city, if you're a Sugarland homeowner, meaning you have a home within the city limits, you can get a professional home design for as low as $200. So that's an $800 discount through this firm. In addition, we have a second firm called Dezinley, another designer who normally provides these kind of home designs for $200. We negotiate a deal with them. If you're a homeowner here in Sugarland, you can get a design for only $15. Again, a design as low as $15. So you really have two choices between a $15 design or a $200 design. It's really awesome because we implemented this program to help people realize what they really want to do with their home. Most people don't have that inspiration to take their home to the next level, and this home you see here actually implemented their design, and I'll show that image here in a bit. The next program that we have is the Great Homes Update Program. So this is the big one. You can get up to 10% or 25% of the cost of your approved project, up to $10,000. And this is the incentive for all those exterior improvements that on the outside of the home. And I'll kind of go over some of the eligible improvements right here. And so if it can be any combination of this list of projects that can also be found on our website that you would apply with. Essentially, you would bring the city a quote, and then we would approve your project and turn into an agreement with that homeowner. They would complete the work that they said they would complete with their quote, and then we would write them a check in the mail at the end, reimbursing them for either 10% or 25% of their project cost. And again, that's up to $10,000. So that's not a small amount. Some of the improvements include painting, new siding, garage door replacement, front door, replacing your driveway, fence, windows, you name it, anything on the outside. And the reason this is so important for Sugarland is, like, I recognize it. I moved to Sugarland about 3.5 years ago. Someone flipped my home before I bought it, and I thought that was really attractive for me as a young professional. And my wife thought so too. And that's what got us to move here to Sugarland as opposed to somewhere like maybe Katy or Fulshire, where we're actually losing a lot of young families who are really interested in those markets as well, because some of those new builds are very, very nice. So the city's really trying to think about ways we can stay competitive and how we can get people to kind of flip their homes, right, and keep our housing stock relevant. There's a slide here on how it works to kind of just explain that. You're going to apply. And the reason this is, you apply, you get approved from the city, and then we write you a check at the end after you submit your receipts and any other permitting paperwork that you might have done. This is one of the houses that was done as well. The reason this is extremely relevant for you as realtors is if you have a prospective home buyer who's looking at a home in Sugar Land and there's something wrong with it, like it's a really cracked driveway, the fence is sort of falling apart, maybe the siding could use some work and it might be rotting. You can use this program, and I've known of realtors who've used this program and told their home buyer, hey, I know that this is kind of a point of contention for you, but the city actually has a program. It offers a program for you to essentially update this, and they'll give you up to 25% back of that cost so you can replace it. And so it can be as small as just like changing one thing or changing the whole house. This is a tool for you in case there's something that your home buyer might be a little stuck on, right? And I wanted to share some of the impact that we had. We're in year 2 of implementing this program. In year 1, we had over 145 exterior home projects that were completed and over $2.3 million worth of exterior improvements that were completed on single-family homes here in Sugar Land. Right here, this is one of my favorite examples. This was actually from our president of the Fort Bend Chamber, who decided to try this program with us. Her home is here on the top left, and then she got a home design through Brick and Batten, which you can see on the top right, and then she actually implemented those improvements to her home. And you can see the difference between home 1, with the pink and the older siding, and home 2 with the white and the black garage. And it's a game changer, and she's so proud of her home now that she's updated, and she got an incentive from the city for doing so, 25%. Here's that design I showed you earlier. This homeowner ended up painting the brick and painting their trim and siding as well. And so you can kind of see that transformational change here. Really love home designs because they just elevate it, but you don't actually have to use both programs. You can use either program standalone. Like some people decide not to get a home design and just go with the improvements that they want to do. So for example, this person, they painted they actually removed some of their existing pillars and made some of their pillars green and replaced their fence as well. Looks really good. Even just a little improvement like that can really change the character of a home. And I hope that some of your home buyers use this. This homeowner also had a lot of dead landscaping, and they got a home design through one of our vendors as well, and they actually changed their siding and their landscaping through that program. This is my neighbor. I didn't meet my neighbor or really know my neighbor prior to seeing him. I saw him in my database as an applicant. And then I told him like, hey, I'm actually your neighbor. And I noticed for the longest time that he had siding that was falling off of his house, and his roof was just in terrible shape, but probably had leaks in it. And so I really got to meet him and see how he essentially stopped his home from leaking through replacing his roof and rotting siding through this program. That was really fulfilling. And this is really fulfilling work at the city too. Like even the smallest thing, like replacing your driveway does so much for like the face of the house that it makes such a big deal. And we did a lot of studying too of like what are some of those improvements that like have the most impact to the home's value as a homeowner as well, because some people are very vested in their home value, and we included those improvements as things you could do through this program as well. Here's one in Sugar Creek. Yeah, just totally went from pink to black and white. Looks great. More replacing of rotting siding, huge deal. We have some older houses here in Sugar Land, and it makes a huge difference. I have a video here, but I'm just going to tell the story myself. Joel, he just moved to Sugar Land 1 year ago, and as soon as he moved to Sugar Land, he heard about the program. He didn't hear about it from his realtor, but he could have, right? He actually heard it from one of the city's communications channel. And he, when he first moved to his home, he moved to Sugar Land because he loved the biking trails, right? He loved the retail here. It was close to work. But his home had a few issues that he wasn't really happy with. He was pretty content with the outside of his home, but as soon as he saw this program, he jumped on board and he painted his whole house here in First Colony and changed his windows. And he is so proud of his home as a new homeowner. And so you can see that there's a lot of potential for you to showcase this to your buyers, right? And it's a point that the point that the city wants to make is that Sugar Land is a really great place to buy a home. We know that our homes are a little older, but there's a certain appeal to older homes, and especially an appeal to older homes that get flipped that some buyers really, really like. So don't ignore our market, right? This one was completed just 2 weeks ago. So the before and after is there. On the left is the design, and then on the right they totally changed it to a more white kind of home and included new lighting as well. And so Yeah, completely transformational. If you want to learn more, I had some, or I have some brochures here that we'll pass out, and I have my business cards here as well. We actually have a Great Homes applicant guide that has about 30 pages of everything you need to know about how to apply for the program, what's eligible, how much um, incentive funding can I get through the programs, FAQs. It's all on the website, and you can access it online. Or if you want to take one of my cards, see me after, and I'm happy to send you an email with the applicant guide. And it's a great tool that you can share with your prospective buyers as well, because we really want people to use this program, and especially new home buyers, right? Because we love people flipping homes. And so the website can be found on the QR code is there as well, and you can find my email on there as well. And so I think that's the last slide. At this time, I'm happy to take any questions. So.
I have one question. Is it only for homeowners, or if investors own property in Sugar Land, can they take advantage of this as well?
Both homeowners that live here in the city as residents or investors can take advantage of the program. So like, let's say you own a home in Sugar Land, but you don't locally live here, you can still use the program. Our only caveat is whoever owns that property has to be the one applying. So if you rent the property, you can't really apply for that property. You have to ask the owner to apply for you. So, yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you.
Or 25%. And I wondered what the distinction.
Absolutely. So the way we did it is based on the data we have from the County Appraisal District. We essentially split Sugar Land's home down the middle using the median data. So essentially, if your home is in the bottom half of Sugar Land homes when it comes to market value and the year that it was built, so if you're in that bottom half for those two variables, you're going to get 25% back on your home. And so the reason we did that is so we're incentivizing people with much older homes because they get a much higher amount. If you're on that upper half of homes, you're going to get 10%. And so, but I think the thing I want to emphasize that it's really important, and we get a lot of questions about, is this is available for every single homeowner within the city limits. You don't have to be in that bottom category to get the incentive. Even a lot of people that are in that 10% category do one thing really great for their neighborhoods, because their neighbors see it. They see those driveways get replaced, and it makes a whole impact on the neighborhood. So every homeowner can use it. Any other questions, ma'am? Oh, absolutely. I actually the reason I'm here today is because I just presented at First Colony HOA 3 weeks ago. I met Brandy in the back, and she forwarded me to y'all. We do work with them. My best advice is, if you're going to apply for this program, we do tell people that you need to make sure you're getting your HOA approval on these projects, and especially with these home designs. I'm going to start with the home designs first. If you're getting a home design with us through this program, you need to tell the designer exactly what your home HOA guidelines are, so they can design something around those guidelines that still looks really modernized and new, right? I used to be an HOA board as of last year. Having a baby now, so I stepped away. But there's a lot you can do to modernize a house that's not just painting it white and black, right? You can implement modern lighting. You can even fix things like changing the fence or driveway. There's a lot you can do around those guidelines. We don't directly help people get approval from their HOA, but we have had stories. Actually, one of the stories on here where someone gave their design from brick and batten. They said they were using the city's program, and their HOA was like, "Oh, we're using the city's program. This actually looks really great. We're gonna give you a yes to this improvement, even though it's a little different than what we usually allow." And so, really great change, because that can be a real barrier for a lot of folks.
So I have a question, and my question is, it's online.
Yes,
I have a question. So the homes that are in the bottom half, if they apply for a loan for re-improvement and collaborate with you guys, you said they will receive 25% back. So is the 25% of the invoice of the cost of construction that they are going to get deducted? It's like a 25% discount. How does that work?
Yeah, let me clarify with that. So essentially, back to how it works, you're going to apply via our application. You're going to bring some quotes, and this is only for work that hasn't been started or completed already. You can't come to us with something that was completed last year. We can't approve it. And so you're going to bring some quotes. You're going to get some contractor quotes, bring it to us. We're going to calculate your incentive amount and then essentially say, yes, this is a good project. Go sign this agreement. They're going to sign the agreement that essentially says, I'm going to complete this work and then submit the receipts and pictures to you. At the very end of it, they're going to pay for it all up front. It's not a loan. It's actually a reimbursement. They're going to pay for it all up front, submit the receipts, submit the pictures, submit the permits if necessary, back to the city. We're going to review all of it, and then we'll write them a check in the mail for 25% of that total cost that we determine. And so it's a reimbursement at the end. So hopefully that helps. And then how long can you apply for this program? I would apply by July 31st. If you're using the design program, that's very easy to apply for. All you have to do is take pictures and send it to them. But if you're applying for the update program, so getting up to $10,000 for getting improvements for your home, we're nearing the end of the application cycle. We should close it by July 31st, but there is a very, very high likelihood that this program will open back up in either January or February of next year and then remain open for 6 months. So for about half of the year each year, this program should stay open. Yes, sir. Pretty quick. We actually just implemented an online process. Some people are getting used to the change because a lot of people are more used to going into City Hall to go get a permit for their work. But I will say that not all jobs require a permit. For example, if you are changing your windows out, that actually doesn't require a permit. But if you're doing something more extensive like a driveway, it can take a week or two to get that permit back from the city. It just really depends on how much you give them on the front end. If you're a homeowner here in Sugar Land, make sure you're giving our permits office like all the information up front so they can get you that permit and approve you quickly. So that online permitting system has sped things up almost double speed. They get it done within like a week. So it's pretty fast.
Yes, you had a question?
Oh, ma'am, or sir.
If we're doing a renovation loan, the idea is to get everything submitted to you first prior to fixes actually taking place, right?
Yes, sir. So, and we are totally okay with people getting a loan for the work as well. A lot of people do that because sometimes people apply with like $50,000 worth of work. The most important thing is not to sign for or start any work prior to getting approved from the city. So if you start anything before us approving you, you can't get the incentive because that disqualifies you. So.
Could you move it to the previous slide, please?
Yes, and the question in person was, how long does the approval process from the city take? So usually we receive an application. Let's say I receive an application today. My staff will look at it. We'll usually tell that homeowner within the next day or two whether they're missing something or not. And the city actually sends somebody to drive out to that property and takes pictures of the street for our own compliance because we're also making sure that work actually happens. We send someone out at the end of the week to take pictures of the job, and then they're usually approved within 1 week. The only big slowdown that we've ever had is folks sometimes take a bit to sign the agreement with us because you have to read it and you have to sign it, right? And some people are faster at signing agreements than others, but man, we're pretty quick. Once you give us your quote, we'll get you an approval within 1 or 2 weeks, maybe 90% of the time. So
I don't have a, yeah, no, go ahead.
Do you have an approved vendor list, or can we just do?
Any vendors, okay. Yep. Well, we wanted to give people the freedom to choose the vendors they wanted, so absolutely, ma'am.
Just within so it's not the like areas like Woodbridge that is like just outside.
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah.
Are they qualify?
They don't qualify. So we actually have a helpful tool on our website. It's like a home lookup tool. You'll see it on the website. It actually has the city boundary, so you can see exactly where, if your home is in the city limits, but also you'll look up your home and you can see exactly how much of an incentive you get. You might have remembered that I said something about 10 versus 25% incentive. If you look up your home on that tool, you'll know exactly whether you qualify for 10 or 25%. So, but yes, if you have to be in the city limits. So if you have a Sugar Land address, that doesn't always qualify you for the program. So.
One more question.
Ma'am. Oh, yes.
How long does that?
Usually 1 or 2 weeks. The only hiccup or slowdown that makes it 2 weeks is if you're forgetting to submit something. We only require 4 things: a copy of permit, pictures of the improvement, all receipts, and then a bank statement or credit card statement showing that the work was actually paid for out of a credit card or a bank statement to confirm that that it was actually paid. So, yeah.
Awesome. Would you guys agree that this is a valuable information?
Thank you so much.
Now, I do have a question for you because we had one person that raised her hand that she knew about this program, right? What is the city doing to inform their citizens about the options that are available to homeowners within city limits?
For these residential reinvestment programs, the best way to follow the city is at the City of Sugar Land's page. You can also follow us at the Sugar Land Office of Economic Development on LinkedIn. That's where my organization lives as well. But yeah, most of our residents are hearing this. We did a survey of residents last year about how they heard about the program. A lot of them are hearing about it. We go and present at almost every HOA meeting that's out there that lets us present. We have a newsletter. Social media is often a common place they're hearing about it as well. Mostly digital media. We're trying to address, some folks don't read digital media, and so that's why we're kind of going out in person and doing these in-person tabling events and HOA meetings as well. But all of y'all are always welcome to send me an email if you have any questions about this program at all. My goal is for all of our homeowners here in the city to really take advantage of these incentives.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Would it be helpful to you if we would get with our marketing team to create some customized brochures that you guys could use at your open houses, your past clients, or for marketing purposes to basically share the options that are available to our citizens within City of Sugar Land? Yes? Okay, fantastic. I would like to go ahead and invite our business partners before we invite our lunch partner. So come on up. Go ahead and turn it back on. Okay.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth with Farmers Insurance. Today I wanted to talk to you guys briefly about flood insurance. Yesterday we talked a little bit about it in the class, but it was a little bit more came up yesterday. And I didn't realize sometimes, you're in your day-to-day and you know a lot, but maybe other people don't even know basics. And it's okay. We all know that there's a flood insurance policy, but what is that and where does it come from and who pays for it? So there's typically two ways you can purchase flood insurance. One is through NFIP, the National Flood Insurance Program, who is under FEMA, right? The government. And the other is through private carriers. So when you think of FEMA, everyone thinks, okay, everybody has that. And you're probably right. About 80% of people have a FEMA policy compared to private flood. And the difference is FEMA will only give you up to $250,000 of coverage for your home and $100,000 for the items inside your home or your contents. So that's not a lot. It's not a lot. Some people say, well, my house is worth more than that. Okay, maybe it only floods the bottom floor. Maybe we're not flooding the top, and their minds get out of that and they say, I'm okay, I'll just buy that FEMA because it's cheaper. Not necessarily. Private flood, if you want more coverage, they do offer we have 5 companies that will offer up to $5 million worth of coverage, and we can quote those at the same time with FEMA. So it's kind of nice to see what outside carriers will provide you. And they give you things that FEMA doesn't, like ALE, extended replacement. So if you want to go live somewhere else, they'll give you money to go live somewhere else for those months of repair. And it's just little things like that for your big buyers or luxury buyers that really looking forward. So just keep that in mind. And for yourself, maybe if you want more, or if you're looking for flood coverage, please give me a call. I'm happy to help, even just answer questions, even if you're not ready to buy flood now. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Christina with Majestic Title. I passed out a little flyer earlier today. What I'm going to talk to you guys about is the biggest question that we get at closing. Will the sale of my house be reported to the IRS? Well, it depends. That's a very lawyer thing to say. It depends. These are the 6 questions that your clients are required to answer at the closing table. The biggest one being, did you conduct business or rental income out of the home that's being sold? The kicker there with that one is, do you report it and file it on your taxes that way? So yes, we want to report all of our income to the IRS, but even if you don't report it to the IRS and you're selling Mary Kay out of your house, or you're being a real estate agent out of your house and you have your office in your house, always report that. The other 2 areas that I did want to point out are the sales prices, or the gross proceeds is what we go off of. And it's going to be $250,000 or less for unmarried or widowed people, and $500,000 or less for married people. Of course, the last question on there has to do with a 1031 exchange. And if your clients don't know what that is, they didn't do it. So I won't go into explaining what that is. Anyway, if y'all have any questions about this or you want to co-brand or co-market this, I'm happy to. Just reach out to me. Thank you.
So everybody, my name is Eduardo. I am with Reliant, the mover concierge. And I guess for those who don't know what I do help your clients with their utilities, connecting them. I do directly connect with electricity and home security through Vivint, as well as just making the process easier for water, trash, recycle, phone, cable, internet, all of that. I do want to, I guess, emphasize one point is that we don't just offer any type of electricity plan. These plans are off the market plans. So even if they were to go to our website or call in, they won't have these plans available for them. They're available directly to your clients because you are partnered up. Reliant is partnered up with Keller Williams. Since there is a partnership there, you guys also do have a, I guess, these plans available for you. And then on top of that, a 5% discount that you can also get, whether you're already with Reliant or you're moving over to Reliant. So just want to make sure that's, clear to you. It's a complimentary service for you and your clients. And then you do get a little incentive out of it. If they connect with electricity with us, you get $75 worth of points through our online Reliant referral system. And then if they connect with home security, you get $300 worth of points. So it's not much work that you have to do. All you have to do is just send them over to me, and I'll take care of the rest. So other than that, thank you so much.
How's it going, guys? This is Matias with Home USA Mortgage, and I love that we talked about renovation today because, we offer a renovation program, and kind of going with that, does anybody know how many homes, single-family homes are in Sugarland in total, roughly? Okay, there's 39,000 single-family homes. Does everybody know the average of those homes? The average age? Nobody. It's actually 31 years. So how often do we, we have this client who loves the area but hates the fact that these houses are a little bit outdated, like he was mentioning, right? So there are programs that we can essentially help you and guide you with. And I know that oftentimes, especially as realtors, they're a little bit of a headache, right? I don't know. Has anybody ever done one, renovation loan, or gone through that process? No. Okay. Well, they kind of come with that backstory. They're always kind of a pain in the buns. But anyways, we do have a program that kind of guides you from beginning to end. We have a bunch of different transaction coordinators that help us make the loan as efficient as possible. So I won't get into too many of the details, but if you guys want to know a little bit more, then my office is right back there. Come and contact me. But I appreciate your partnership and thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, everyone. In response to some of the information that the insurance agent gave you, Elizabeth, coming up is summer. What is the prediction for hurricanes this year? Super high, very, very high number of named storms. Reason I bring that up is we had an event north of town recently, right? Anybody watch TV, seen all about what's happening up in the Conroe area? There are insurance companies that put a moratorium or a hold on writing insurance policies in that area. I'm still waiting on a home to get insurance coverage because the insurance companies have said we're not quite ready to verify that we can insure these homes in this area without having losses. The reason I bring this up, we have contract closing dates that I will be missing a closing date on Friday that is completely outside of any control that we would have had. You all as agents need to manage the expectations of your buyers as well as the sellers. The seller wants to move. We'd love to get the seller moved. We'd love to get the buyer into the house. Unfortunately, without insurance coverage, it's not going to close. So I want you all to be able to listen, acknowledge that your buyer and seller are upset about it, but this is these storms and everything that's happening is completely beyond our control. We're just going to have to sit and be patient. So we're here to help you if you can. I just want to give you some information because coming up, we may get some named storms. It's going to put a hold on some of your closings in the future. Thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. This is Aldrich Jack with Patent Title. Just want to remind you that next Thursday, we do have our builder, Sullivan Brothers Builder. He has a CE class, the MUD class, and he's looking for agents to actually come to his new development. So if you want to come see me, it's a free CE class. And basically, we're driving traffic to his new development, and that's next Thursday on May 16th. Also, I want to thank you all who came last Wednesday. Was my 4-year anniversary, so I made 4 years of Patent Title. They had all the big people that was downstairs, and they came, and just want to make sure you know that we still have some drinks and stuff still left over for last week. So if y'all still want some stuff there, but Melissa and I are here today because we do have a blood drive outside there. So we are volunteer if you do want to donate blood, and thank you for your time.
Hello, everyone. Josh and Sharon Gazowski, your trusted home warranty resources with Fidelity National Home Warranty. There's 2 main benefits of home warranty. That's convenience and savings. Convenience is that we have licensed and bonded contractors standing by to take care of your clients. But one thing that's heavily lost on real estate agents and home owners and home buyers is the savings aspect. Realistically, all home warranties, when you look at our brochure, we cover the same items. That is a true statement. The dollar amount that most people focus on is our policy coverage. I'm here to educate you today and ask that we change that mindset before we leave the room today. It's not about the dollar price of the policy. It's the dollar limits on each covered item. That is where we differentiate ourselves. With Fidelity National Home Warranty, we lead the industry in most major categories. No limit on air conditioning, no dollar cap on Freon. That is not industry average. If you're not familiar, a 5-ton unit takes 10 pounds of Freon. With the wrong company, Freon coverage could cost your client up to $1,000 out-of-pocket cost. Air conditioning, we have no limit on number of units. Same with water heater. Water heater, we have no dollar cap on repair replacement. This is important to know. If Fidelity is not currently an option, we would love the opportunity to provide an expert home warranty recommendation for your clients. There's so many other reasons, but when you have a chance or your client is shopping home warranty, if you don't ask any questions, because I'm going to be honest with you, realtors, when I do one-to-one, I rarely ever get questions. When I talk with homeowners, they rarely ask questions. I'm trying to plant the seed with you now. Ask that question. What are your dollar limits? There might be someone you have a great relationship now that you feel committed to, but the number one relationship that matters for a realtor is the relationship with your clients. Fidelity National Home Warranty, we would love the opportunity. Josh and Sharon Gazowski, I have my brochures, and I actually have a home warranty comparison sheet. My company wouldn't let me fill it out, but I have all of our industry-leading dollar limits so that you can do a side-by-side and see how we compare. All right, Josh and Sharon Gazowski, Fidelity National Home Warranty, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Josh. All right, leaders, I would like to invite you to pay undivided attention to our lunch vendor and a fabulous lady. Please come on up. Thank you so much for providing us with lunch, Helen Greenberg.
So we're going to have 2 home warranty companies back to back here.
I'm Helen with Armadillo Home Warranty. A lot of you know me from the previous warranty company of Achosa. I have switched to Armadillo recently, and I'm so excited about it. Once again, your clients will get to choose their own contractor, so they don't have to wait for service. And that's the biggest complaint for home warranty companies, is that when they have to use their network of contractors, they're waiting and waiting for service. So when it's August and 100 degrees, 110 after last summer, they can call, place their claim, and use somebody local wherever they live in Texas, and come out right away. And we reimburse them through PayPal, Venmo, or check. So it's a really quick service, and I love that they can get up and running right away, because your buyers suffer like us when there's no AC in the summer and nobody wants to wait for service. We are in 50 states, and they can place their claims online through our online portal to get that done quickly, or they can call, of course. And our call center is in the United States, so you will be able to understand them. That's been a complaint, in case you don't know. We have 4 different plans to suit the needs of your client's home. Our top plan is really great for luxury homes or homes that have super old AC systems that are on their last leg and they are at their end of term, basically, the inspector says. So consider that very, very top plan for your luxury homes with the higher end appliances and super old HVAC systems. I do have a hero discount for all our active military, veterans, first responders, and teachers. So if you have those clients, send them to me directly so I can apply the discount when I place the order. And I do have new construction coverage as well, which is super sweet coverage for either 3 years or 4 years after the closing. The first year is covered by the builder, and then they can get a 3 or a 4 year coverage plan for the price of 1 year. It's amazing, but they have to get it at closing. And they don't know about it unless you tell them to call me so I can share the information with them. Just FYI. And I don't know if you know about high-rise condos. I don't know if we have high-rise condos out here very many, but in the gallery, we do have a lot of high-rise condos. It's very important. The high-rise condos only let your clients use their contractors, period, end of story. They cannot use their own. So that's why it's awesome to pick a home warranty company like Armadillo, where they can choose their own contractor and use the condo association's contractors and get reimbursed, and everything's wonderful. So they can get some relief on the price of everything breaking down now. It's so expensive. There are many home warranty companies out there, as we all know, and I hope you will add my warranties to your list of vendors that you refer to your clients, so they have at least one company that they can choose their own contractor if they feel like that's really important to them. As we all know, some of us really feel that's a big win-win. So anyway, thank you so much, and let's have lunch. I brought lunch.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, leaders, thank you so much for joining us today. I truly appreciate it, and we will see you next week. Thank you.